Hello and welcome back to 3 ENL Plus Listening MOOC. Improve your listening skills through practice with your instructor, Professor Rania Wahmish from University of Iran 2. Other types of listening are meant to be essential to develop your listening abilities: attentive listening, IL, and intensive listening, EL. Intensive listening is done in the classroom with a focus on specific details. It is directed to answer questions on a listening exercise or test. It targets the analysis of language in short listening passages and includes predicting topics, listening for gist, and practicing vocabulary and pronunciation. You can listen to audio clips and video tapes as many times as you can. It requires hard work, but it leads to significant output. Extensive listening, however, is done for pleasure and exposure. You listen for enjoyment. It focuses on longer audio clips as opposed to intensive learning. It is a relaxed activity. You enjoy, rather you analyze. You listen to audio materials in different topics to have a diverse experience, which is rather different from other experiences. You listen to long-term materials. You have no less than 20 minutes, no more than 3 hours. Taking notes is optional, but it can be helpful for you. Practice of vocabulary through watching the news covering various topics, binge watching TV shows is beneficial for EL practice. TED Talks, YouTube channels, and podcasts are excellent resources for extensive listening. Here is a case of extensive listening. You have a video here entitled OpenAI CEO CTO on Risks and How AI Will Reshape Society. So you listen carefully to this video and answer the following question.
So you are the CEO of OpenAI, 37 years old. Your company is the maker of ChatGPT, which has taken the world by storm. Why do you think it's captured people's imagination?
I think people really have fun with it, and they see the possibility, and they see the ways this can help them, this can inspire them, this can help people create, help people learn, help people do all of these different tasks. And it is a technology that rewards experimentation and use in creative ways. So I think people are just having a good time with it and finding real value.
So paint a picture for us, 1, 5, 10 years in the future. What changes because of artificial intelligence?
So part of the exciting thing here is we get continually surprised by the creative power of all of society. It's going to be the collective power and creativity and will of humanity that figures out what to do with these things.
I think that word surprise, though, it's both exhilarating as well as terrifying to people. Sure. Because on the one hand, there's all of this potential for good. On the other hand, there's a huge number of unknowns that could turn out very badly for society. What do you think about that?
We've got to be cautious here. And also, I think it doesn't work to do all this in a lab. You've got to get these products out into the world and make contact with reality, make our mistakes while the stakes are low. But all of that said, I think people should be happy that we're a little bit scared of this. I think people should be
You're
happy.
A little bit scared.
A little bit, yeah,
You
of course.
personally.
I think if I said I were not, you should either not trust me or be very unhappy I'm in this job.
So what is the worst possible outcome?
There's like a set of very bad outcomes. One thing I'm particularly worried about is that these models could be used for large-scale disinformation. I am worried that these systems, now that they're getting better at writing computer code, could be used for offensive cyber attacks. And we're trying to talk about this. I think society needs time to adapt.
And how confident are you that what you've built won't lead to those outcomes?
Well, we'll adapt it. Also, I think
You'll adapt it as negative things occur?
For sure, for sure. And so putting these systems out now, while the stakes are fairly low, learning as much as we can, and feeding that into the future systems we create, that tight feedback loop that we run, I think is how we avoid.
First question, Sam Altman, the Chief Executive Officer of Professional Computing Company, the Open Artificial Intelligence Company or the Open Information and Communication Company. GPT stands for, as a second question, for General Purpose Technology or Government Properties Trust or Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Third question, GPT captured people's imagination because it offers the opportunity of having fun, it helps them solve difficulties or difficult tasks, or it offers opportunities to inspire them. Fourth question, artificial intelligence worst outcome may include: first, large-scale disinformation; second, decrease in human mental capacity; or offensive cyber attack. Here are some resources of IL, intensive listening, and EL, extensive listening, that might help you to promote your listening skills. Let's move to the benefits now of both intensive and extensive listening. The main benefits of intensive listening can be summarized in these points: listening for gist, main ideas; listening for details; guessing meaning from context or simply inference; pronunciation; and lastly, vocabulary reinforcement. As far as extensive listening is concerned, here are some benefits. Highly motivating as learners choose the material they enjoy: material, movies, TV shows, radio programs, audiobooks, listening to a massive amount of text, developing high levels of comprehension, listening without being constrained by preset questions or tasks, and lastly, improving your automaticity in recognizing spoken forms.